And then I'll just turn it down to a pleasing taper. You know, you can, if you want to, you can figure degrees on that there, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to turn that down to where it looks about like this, and whatever it is what it'll be. And I think we'll have success with it. Okay, now looking at this thing inside, it's cut half in two. Just visualize this. We are going to drill and tap this right here with a Q bit. Y'all see that Q on there? Okay, that's the size for this fitting right here. Okay, you drill that up in yonder, and then you take one of these, it's a pipe tap, taper tap, and this is a long one, but it's not the really long one. There's 3 of them, and this is metal sized one, metal taper. And that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to start it right in there, get my hole about what I want. And then this one right here used to be one like that, and I took a grinder and ground part of the end of it off so I could make a bottom. I made a bottom tap out of this. Oh, you can do it with this one right here. Just grind about 1/8 inch of it or more off, and then you got a bottoming tap. Now it does make the little thread there on the end brittle, so you're at your own risk to make that modification, because if some of that breaks off, sometimes it's a pain to get it out. Keeping all this in mind, and now we're going to have right down here, we're going to drill up this way also with that Q bit, and we're going to thread that. Oh, this is not complicated. This is really easy, basic. This is your basic stuff right here. Okay, and now we're going to have a fitting sticking out here. I'm just going to put this in here for the time being. And we're gonna have a fitting down here. You know, I mean, this is just that. This is what you're gonna have. Okay, inside this right here, right up here, and don't. I know you was a thinking he's gonna forget it. He's gonna forget it. He's not gonna get it in this video, and it'll be continued, and I'll never know it. Yes, I'm gonna get it in here. This little, y'all see right there in the end of that? That's that little jet size right there. And it's better to have that undersized than it is oversized. That's a no-no to be enlarging them jets on anything like that, especially for low speed. You want that to itemize. Okay, so looking at that hole, I can gauge to what size drill bit to get. When we get to it, I'm not going to pencil that in. I'm just going to leave that with you. And if you actually know what size drill bit, it's French. I wrote this in French. What size the drill bit is. Leave a comment that I'm going to drill this right here is. Okay, that's going to be the question in the comment. And we're going to do that. And to see that, that has to be, look here, that has to be like that right there. And there has to be a small amount of solid material right in the end right here. And so this right here needs to be a taper down there. Okay, and that's going to come right on up here like that right there. And when you put your needle valve in there, well, I'll measure it when we get around to that. We're going to do it together. I'll measure down in there and see how long, and we're going to make that needle valve, and we're going to put one of them little curly things on the, on the end of it right there. We're going to do that. I don't know if I'll get it in on this episode or not, but we're going to get that done. We may even silver solder it. I'm not positive on that. I may just paint it over, and we'll see about that. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and this right here will come on out here, and if you was looking at this side view, you would only see the skinny part right here. And that's where you turn the thing right there and make this go in and out. So we will have to turn a taper on the end of this needle valve. Right down here, and it will probably be sharper. And this taper down here, I have done it before several times, and I've had I've had no problems with it. When I drill, say this number 7, when I'm going to use a 6. When I drill that through there, I'm going to go all the way down and stop right here, and that will form the taper on that drill bit. whatever it is, just whichever one I get out of the box, then that will be what the taper is. So you don't have to remember nothing there, just that will be sufficient. Because you really do not, okay, I'm going to give you a shop tip. The taper, let's just picture this right here. Okay, you've got a, right here, and that's taper, and you need to plug that up. You do not turn exact degrees here. Like this is a 45. Okay, you do not turn the tip on this valve. You do not turn that at a 45. It will always be like 1/1000, even on an automotive valve. You know, one is 45 degrees and one's 46. And that's so that it will have a slight. If you had a taper like this right here, just let me explain it to you like this. If you cut a taper like this right here, and you've got the least little speck of something, let's say carbon, so this won't give it all. There's that little piece right there. Okay, you have got no, you've got no sealing. Because it's 100% distance where it be 1/1000 or more, a 1/4 of an inch. It's the same amount. So you do not want to turn this needle valve the same, even to the point of lapping this type, like a check valve in a check ball in a check valve. Well, actually, if it's a steel ball, then you do not want to put rubbing compound on the end of another steel ball and cut the seat identical. It's much better to have a taper seat. Even right here, a seat like this right here, you could throw a steel ball in there and that would be a perfect seat for that. Or you could even have a longer taper like this right here. So you could do that right there. Okay, you're only making contact at these 2 points right here, but it's all the way around and it's perfect seal. And that way, if this right here wires, then you would be tightening this just a little more, and you would maintain the same amount of seat. Over here, this is not good according to steam people. I'm just that's a tip. Okay, let's move on. I think that's pretty much this. I think that's all of this. We're gonna go to we're gonna go over at that Grizzly lathe. I'm from here on the East Coast, Arkansas. Shop Dog Sam. Oh yeah, we working on that that dishpan, that Fairbanks-Morse. That's the engine we working on. That's a real old model engine. I leave comments. Enjoy.